Hi and assalamualaikum everyone. Have you gone to the zoo before this? Maybe you did once or twice or recently. Did you ever notice the behavior of the animals showed? And how was the trainer and the employees at there? Were they gentle or not with the animals? And how was the environment around them? Of course, these animals are locked up in a cage, am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, imagine you are locked up in a room and you are surrounded by four walls. Right after that, you begin to be filled with claustrophobia and depression. Then you notice your bedroom door is translucent and hundreds of people are watching and staring at you. In your most vulnerable state, you feel hopeless and small. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what animals living in zoos feel on a daily basis. And here is the question for all of you. Zoos should be banned or not? So here I am, SHAHRIZZAT Major NIZAM, to persuade you on why zoos should be banned. Zoos need to be stopped to prevent further mental health problems to the animals in the zoos. Ladies and gentlemen, what is a zoo in the first place? A zoo is a place where animals are kept in an enclosure for the purpose of being exhibited to the public. Unfortunately, it is not like we expect as it brings so many disadvantages to the animals. So why it brings so many disadvantages to the animals? So first, zoos deprive animals of their natural habitat. Bernard Harrison, the former director of Singapore Zoo, agrees that zoos should not keep animals in captivity. In his recent interview, he continued saying that he would want to shut down 90% of the 10,000 zoos in the world if he could. He also added by criticizing zoos and symbolizing zoos as one of the awful places for the animal in the world. And did you know animal abuse is widespread in 75% of the World Association of Zoos and Aquarium facilities? Besides, animals' relationship with humans are also exploitative, and animals are merely food sources to humans. Even though zoos are built to preserve animals, it is hardly justifiable to say that humans are the ones who are benefited from destroying the animals' natural habitats. They are only adapted for entertainment. And some, however, argue that children benefit from zoos. But a 2014 study by the Society for Conservation Biology found that of over 2,100 children surveyed following visits to London Zoo, and 62% show no positive learning outcomes. So this shows that zoos are not mainly for education, but they are only for the entertainment. Moving on to the next point, zoos are morally wrong. For animals' right, we do not have the right to capture, confine, and breed other animals. Supporters of zoos say that they are preventing extinction of these animals. Then, what we should do, we should protect their animal natural habitats instead of creating animal prisons. The real reason people have zoos is because they make them tons of money. Zoos spends most of their money on concession stands, gift shops, and other improvements, and not for the good of the animals. The zookeepers don't care about the animals like they say they do. They only care about the money. And true sanctuaries rehabilitate animals until they are ready to go back to the wild. The true sanctuaries do not breed animals, jail them, and treat them to the other zoos and circuses. Living things do not have the right to put other living things in zoos. Next, zoos animals receive inefficient care. Said another way, animals in zoos are actually harmed without people knowing. This is because in some cases, zoo organization only cares about their image and not the animals. And in some cases, this abuse is so bad and it will end up in death for the animals in zoos. Hence, zoos should be banned because the zoos often provide inefficient care for the animals. Lastly, most zoos do not provide enough necessities and good captivity for the animals. For example, they couldn't even provide space and enough money to provide a comfortable living situation for the animals. As you know, many animals die prematurely because of a bad diet, not enough exercise, and bad living conditions. For example, some polar bears get only 10 meters of space when in their natural habitats, and they walk hundreds of kilometers. And in Woburn Safari Park in Bedfordshire, England, admitted to killing excess monkeys. Animals will no longer be able to survive in the world if they are still in the zoos. Animals born into the zoos will no longer how to hunt and do things that are necessary to survive in the wild. For example, two lynxes released in the wild were found dead from starvation, even though the area was full of hares, the lynx natural prey. So people for zoos say they are preventing extinction. But what is the point if they would be captive forever, right? So they would be better off if we just kept them in their natural environment. If we keep on building zoos and keep taking animals captive, they will be dependent on the human race. Besides that, captivity cannot exactly be measured to meet up with the physical, psychological, and social needs of the animals. And did you know only 80% of captive animals are endangered? And based on the research, this captivity could affect the animals mentally when they have to live in non-suitable place. So this can make them feel stress, depression, and eventually lead to psychosis. So what is a psychosis? I will explain. According to Defensive Animals and International Animal Rights Organization, they define zoochosis as a form of zoochosis that develops in animal held in captivity. It is type of mental health disorder. So most often it manifests in what are called stereotypic behaviors or stereotypes, which are often monotonous, obsessive, repetitive action that serve no purpose. Stated plainly, zoochosis and mental anguish made visible by abnormal behavior. Hence, this captivity will not be able to provide a normal sexual equilibrium or maintain a healthy gene pool order by natural selection. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, zoos are not much like what they claim for. Instead, it brings drawbacks to the animals in the zoo. So what we can do to stop this? Firstly, visit animal sanctuaries instead of zoos, marine parks, or circuses. And you should boycott businesses that profit from cruelty to the animals. Next, help inform others by writing letters to your local newspapers and posting to social media. Next, tell lawmakers you support animal-friendly legislation and local bans on using animals in entertainment. What are the things that you can do other than that? Educate others and get them involved. Let them know what are the dark sides of this zoo. And lastly, the government also needs to take the rule. The state and local laws protecting wild animals in captivity should be strengthened. And for your information, we have good models of captive wild animal protection laws outside this country as well. The United Kingdom, for example, has announced a plan to phase out all of the circuses and zoos featuring wild animal performances by 2020. And there are dozens of other countries around the world with similar prohibitions, including Austria, Greece, Mexico, Peru, France, and also Singapore. Ladies and gentlemen, before I end my speech, I encourage you guys to ban zoos as most of the zoos will not be able to keep the animals and prioritize what these animals need for their well-being. It's now or never. The future of these animals are in your hands. Thank you for listening.